right, so I had my little break, so time to practice again. Get that adjusted. I'm working on Celius Dougherty's Love in the Dictionary. If you want to hear more about why I'm practicing this way, you can check out my first video I just did a few minutes ago. What I decided to do in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to be working on the same piece that I just did 10 minutes on. And I'm going to do what I call a practice performance, which means I'm going to play through it as if I was performing. I can't stop. I'm trying to just be musical and not worry about notes, but I will be listening so that I can be getting feedback for what needs to be worked on next. I haven't been finished marking all the trouble spots in here, only marked a few of them. So that's another purpose of doing a practice performance. I will be storing in my head while I'm playing all those spots I need to make sure are marked for individual attention at a later time. So here we go. There's going to be mistakes, full disclosure there. Just deal with it. Here we go. All right, like I said, there are lots of mistakes in there, but that's okay. And the purpose of this was really to get a general sense of where I am. So I know I have some work to do. It's good to know. I know the beginning passage I need to keep working on. I have that marked. I also discovered a passage here that needs to be worked on. And here. That one's marked. It's just an awkward piece. Okay, so I think all the passages that were the worst, or that need the most work, I should say, have been marked. So now I'm going to pay attention to a pretty large section near the end that gave me trouble. So here we go. So again, I'm going to start with hands separately. And actually, because it's such a large section, I'm going to work backwards in it. So I'm going to find this last kind of chunk that's similar, and then start from there. Actually, I'm going to try to memorize it here since it's so easy. So it's basically B natural chord with this diminished thing up here. I'm just going to go back and forth without looking at the music, just using my ear. I'm going to do it reverse, so from the top. Okay, now as written. I've been working on Alexander technique stuff, so because that's pretty easy, I'm going to make sure that I'm doing this in a healthy way. That feels better. I'm not stretching as much. All right, the right hand, F major triad. And then it was this last chord in the right hand I totally did wrong. I don't know what I was doing. And largely it's the way it's written. It's written as C flat, F sharp, A. But I'm just going to rewrite it in my head to be a B7 chord. Oh, it's totally a B7 chord. It just doesn't look like it. So let me do it slowly, both hands together, see if I can make sense of it. And then E flat. Oh, wrong note. E flat. That was wrong too. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. Back again. Good. So I made sure I went on this time to make sure I can do the transition from that hard passage into the next one. Oftentimes it's those transitions that can be the rockiest because we pay more attention to the really difficult spot and then the next difficult spot, but not in between. So I'll do that one more time from the same place. Great. There's a couple notes I need to mark out because I'm already playing them. Like that. Take that with the right hand. Now, a lot of bumping into each other in here, so try to come up with an alternate way. So that's kind of another separate section I'm going to need to drill since I just changed the distribution of notes between the hands. So I'll do that another day. All right, so backing up a chunk, I'm going to back up 2 measures. Oh. Yeah, I just got totally stunned by this chord. So here we go. Talk about crunchy. Almost the same chord. The right hand's easy. Land on that chord and sit there for a second. Okay, one more time from that same chart. Here's the crunchy. Sunshine and more sunshine. Great. I extended that practice a little bit into the next section because I felt like it. Okay. Go back another chunk. Want to redistribute things a little bit. Because otherwise, too much jumping around in the left hand. So let's see if this works. And this chunk I'm practicing right now, this passage, is mostly a piano interlude. So while I'm practicing this, I'm making sure I'm also starting to make some musical decisions, because I really believe strongly that when the piano has an interlude, it's not a time to just be in the background. That's our moment to shine. So I need to step out and make a really strong musical case. So I'm thinking about it now. So let me put the hands together. And what the voice says at the beginning of what I just played is animal passion. So I think it's good to think about that. Okay, one more or two more chunks. And this nasty page turn. So actually what I'm going to do is, for the sake of practicing, I'm going to open this out so I make sure the page turn isn't getting in my way. Fingering thing. Not so bad. Okay, right hand. Okay, good fingering. Put the hands together. I totally cheated in there. I'm going to make myself do that again. I left a couple notes out. I don't want to do that. There, I lost my concentration. It's okay. Try it again. A little slower. swear, because I was having trouble with concentration, I'm going to make myself do that again. I don't want to, but I should. I love that rolled forward. Oh, pretty. Okay, last chunk in this passage. Alexander stuff. Let's see. I was stretching and it was not good for my hands, so I used my elbow. Oh, so much better. Alright, right here. Same thing, use my elbow. Get hands together. Felt pretty good. One more time. I'll work on that tomorrow. It always gets me. That's probably what I'm going to do. But I will look at that tomorrow. I don't have my sticky note. I usually have little sticky flags for moments like that where there's something I want to address another time and I don't want to forget. So I will just put an arrow there as soon as I turn this off. So there's another little tiny practice session.